Alright, here's another vlog for you. It is currently June 6th in the afternoon. I just got done watering. We're on a water restriction still. They just gave an update today that it's going to be 10 to 12 days before the item is fixed, so we can do our regular watering. If any of you are in my age group, if you remember Chips, the TV series with Ponch and John, Eric Estrada is Ponch. He is in our town tonight. There's pictures popping up all over. He's going over to our Indian casino to promote that, doing some giveaways every so many half hours. And I saw some pictures of him. I don't know why he's here, if the casino invited him or what came about, but he was at our Walmart. Chuck Norris has been at our Walmart for the last several years because he lives about an hour away. It's called Lake Almanor. They have a house there, if they still do, because I know that they have one in Texas. So now that he's passed, I don't know what's happened. But yeah, he was also, two different people told me that he was at Walmart 2 different times and I was at work. And, you know, by the time you get there, or even if you're home a day off on a Saturday, by the time you get down there, he's probably gone. So, you know, I'm not going to go goo goo gaga to go, you know, find him. Now, if you had both of those together, I would take Chuck over Ponch. Because, you know, the karate thing and the self-defense thing and the cowboy-looking sheriff kind of thing with Walker, Texas Ranger kind of thing. Yeah, that... okay, let's get off that topic. I'm drooling. So my greenhouse is doing good. It's extremely windy today. We've had a lot of fires, spot fires here and there, which is freaking stupid because it always happens on windy days. People are starting a fire and thinking that the wind will help encourage the fire and burn it better and hotter. That's not the case. So there's a couple of them. They got them out. Nothing major, but just goes to show you we're at the beginning of our fire season and we have partial water usage, which they said they have enough water to do like 25% of your normal watering plus any emergencies that come up. So that's good to know. I just did grocery shopping haul. I planted out a apple crisp cucumber around the back of the garage. I also planted one some time ago by my raised bed, the cedar one that I did, and it's got several flowers and it also has a fruit on it. And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize these were flowering already. So that's good. I uprooted a bunch of garlic and onions. I'm letting them dry. They were just losing their leaves left and right. One of the beds, a cat, I know one of my cats will lay on it, and so when it gets smushed or broken, the signal is probably telling you enough's enough. So I just pulled up a bunch and I put a cabbage there in one spot. I've got a bunch of milkweed growing. I had it last year and I'm not familiar enough to know when they are going to pod up. Hopefully they'll pod up this year. I will look into it. I've been given a lot of my growing things, my vegetables, to work. I'm going to go through and do the same. I have tons of different basil growing, but I'm going to keep that. Excuse me, because I want to get a bunch more basil. I have the lettuce leaf basil. One of the leaves already is this big. And that's like the 3rd set of leaves it has. It gets big. My beans and peas and stuff are doing good. They're flowering. There's the one that has the fluorescent orange flower, like Caltrans orange. I've got some radishes that are going to seed. Tons of frogs still. The males are calling. That's good. Lots of them are in that tub. I don't know whenever they lay their eggs how easy it is to see it. So I just monitor the water, and I'm going to put a rock in there too, but they can climb up the side. So that's going to be a minute before anything happens there, if it does. I also have trays full of water for my plants, so it might happen in there. But there are some very tiny frogs going on right now, so who knows how they do it. I got 2 spinner bases for my green stalks. The tan one behind the greenhouse and the blue one inside the greenhouse. And I thought about putting both of those on the sidewalk, because wherever they're going to go, they're going to stay for the winter. I can cover them up, I cannot cover them up, doesn't matter. It's not like I need that sidewalk. Then I thought putting both of them on either side of the front of the greenhouse, because I can spin them, but I'd have to level it out, put the bricks on there, and make sure it's nice and stable and all that stuff. And there's a few places that I think about putting them. And I'm off on the week of the 15th, so between now and then I'll think about it. Because right now some of the green stalk is growing up against inside of the greenhouse, smashing like lettuce and stuff. And then the other one is partially in shade, and I don't have anything planted because it's back there and I can't physically get to it. So a spinner would be a lot easier. If I stop yawning as well. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I've been putting things for Goodwill. I dropped off a container last week. Nothing new around here on the inside that I can tell you. We did have, since we last talked, an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was on meth. He was dangling his child out the top story, the second story window. He also had a machete. It looked like a hunter's knife, really weird looking, but so many inches of a knife is considered a machete. So he put the child down and he started making hacking motions, and the cop decided to take him out and end up dying. To begin with, and then he went downstairs, or it was before he went upstairs. No, it would have to be after. Dang it. They came downstairs, they kicked open the door, and he was still alive, and he was just using this machete to hit the floor, and the officer decided to go in and grab him, and when he did, the machete hit him all the way across from here to here, and something like that. So he's fine. Both officers are back on duty because they found it justifiable. And it was a wife and 2 kids, but they're not his kids. He was just a guy in their life. So yeah, he passed away. That was the first time I've heard officer-involved shooting in a very long time. They said that there was another one years ago. But yeah, the video, what do you call it, the cameras, chest cameras have been released, so we got to see it. And they did stills of his injury, the officer's injury, the knife, and the child being dangled from the front or the window. Scary times, I tell you what. I ordered from Chewy some cat litter, and FedEx will give you a picture of where they dropped it off. They dropped it off right behind my gate, and by the time I got home, someone had stolen it. I'm like, cat litter. Okay, well, at least I got my money back. So now I know I cannot order from Chewy anymore because of this situation. There's a no trespassing sign on my gate, but it's not for them. They can't be smart enough to realize that the person knows they're getting a package, so it's okay to trespass. It's not like it says beware of dog or something. So yeah, I just stopped ordering from Chewy, and if I want to order a thing, I'll do it whenever I know I'm going to be home for a minute. And expected or small things will go into another locked box. If it comes USPS, they drop it off in my back door sometimes, and other guys don't know that, and they put it in the front. So that was the first time I've had anything stolen from me. I'm like, really? So what else is going on? I think that's about it. Nothing new. We haven't had our frost date yet. I have not looked in the past to see when there was, but I know that we've had snow in late June because it snowed on someone's birthday and they know it happened. So we are still not past our frost date, and a lot of people are putting their stuff out because they usually say by Memorial Day. And our last frost date for this year was May 24th. Well, that didn't come and go. We had a hard freeze, 25 degrees. It killed all the, what do you call it, the seed pod things for my walnut tree, so those will not be producing. And that will not hurt my feelings whatsoever. So yeah, it came right as everything was blooming and what have you. So I'm still watching for the frost date. It looks like in the high 70s, 80s, and 90s for several weeks to come. And we'll just take it day by day. And what else is happening? Oh, I made a bunch of, they're called microwave potato bags, and some scrubbies, and some of those plastic feed bags for grocery bags. And I went to our local greenhouse place, what do you call that, garden center. And I said, well, I've never done this before. Do I price them? Do you price them? How does this work? And they said, well, make a little tag, and if you want to price them, that's fine. So I priced them, and the little scrubbies were going to be $5. Months and months and months last year, it didn't happen. So I finally got with the owner's wife, and she says, well, with that price, we can't make any money. And I said, I specifically asked you who should price them. I've never done it. Talk to me. And I don't see anybody buying the scrunchies for for $10 to $15. So anyway, I just said, well, you know what? Just give them back to me and let me be. So I took everything back, and I'm no longer going to be supporting their business. I got my last 3 carnivorous plants, 2 sundews, and I'm going to forget my terminology, pitcher plant. They're more healthier than I can get online. So I got those, and that is all the business they're going to get from me. I've supported them through the old owner and now the new owner, and nope. I don't even know if they're going to call me to ask me to do another class, which I'll decline. So yeah, I think that's just wrong that you just led me on. You didn't communicate. You didn't say, hey, you know, the $5, we can't make anything off of that. So we were going to raise it to this, and this is what we make, and blah, blah, blah. Nope, nothing. So forget it. Done, over with. It's kind of sad. But anyway, their carnivorous plants can only use distilled water, and they're not doing that. They're using regular hose water. And then they had them out in the greenhouse, and a lot of the leaves were getting sunburnt. And they had the pitcher plants, they'll have the long leaves, and then the pitcher hangs down. Those were just shriveled up, and they weren't working. And then their Venus flytraps were merely non-existent, and they're all black and gross. So these were the healthiest ones I've gotten, and I knew exactly what I was going to do by not going there anymore and grabbing these guys. And they're doing wonderful. I just fertilized them today. I set them out every single day when I'm home in the 80-degree sun. They need like 8 hours of sun. And they love it out there. The flies are going crazy inside. They caught a few flies. Not the sundews with the sticky tentacles, but the pitcher plants. They have a little water down there, and that's where you put the fertilizer. So the flies are attracted to that fish smell. So they go down in there, and they get caught, some of them. So works out for me, too. Other than that, I gotta motivate myself to go through my craft room and finish cleaning up, and going through my diamond paintings to donate those. My cross stitching, what do I want to keep, what do I don't want to keep. I just know now not to go out of my way to buy all this stuff that, you know, I didn't realize I wasn't going to have enough time or energy to do all the things. So if you are thinking about buying something but you have enough of it, don't buy it. Wait until you get down your stash of whatever it is before you buy more. Is my only suggestion. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye, so long, and we'll probably talk to you when I have my staycation, and we'll talk about gardening. All right, bye-bye.